good, guys? It's your boy Corey.
It's your boy John.
And welcome back to the Artistry Drop, where we feature stories from today's rising artists.
Yes, sir.
If you like being inspired, don't miss out on our weekly episodes, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification to be notified when we drop new episodes. Our guest today is an LA-based singer and songwriter and is making waves throughout the U.S. with her new music video for her single, Type of Way. With Lebanese and Venezuelan roots, this young pop star is growing fast. Guys, please welcome our guest, Karina Naim.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody?
What's good, Karina?
What's good?
Glad to have you.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You know,
Yes,
this is our official first time meeting. There's a funny story. So, of course, a majority of people know that, we go to Disneyland, a couple times a week and go live streaming. So, I was on Rise of Resistance, and out of nowhere, she hit me up. The next day was, Corey, were you on Rise of Resistance? I was like, yeah. She was like, we were in the same car together. I was like, what?
He was right behind me streaming the whole time, and I'm like, I know this guy. I know this guy. He looks so familiar, but I didn't want to bother.
Yeah.
No, like I said,
I
would have loved to actually, us connect during that time. It would have been dope, because we've been following each other for a minute too. So it would have been dope to actually connect before being here on the podcast, but it is what it is.
What's crazy, Corey?
What's good?
It was my first time in Disneyland in 3 years.
Oh, really?
So the fact that
is it because of COVID?
COVID, and I moved out of OC. So the fact that we ran into each other, literally right behind me.
Yeah,
in line.
we were on the same color. We were on the same color. I think it was blue or something like that. And all three of us are four. There's three of you guys, right?
Yeah, there was me, my cousin, and our little niece.
Okay, yeah. So there's three. So I was the fourth one because you know how you can fit four people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you were literally sitting next to each other.
Yeah, we were literally sitting right next to each other, and I had no idea. She literally messaged me, and she was like, "Were you on Rise of Resistance?" I was like, "Yeah."
You're too famous now.
I should have bombarded the streaming he was doing.
I object.
Hey,
no, that would have been that's super dope, and I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy! Like, what a small world! Like, literally same row, same color, and everything like that." But I'm glad we're here now. We're able to connect, and
it was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, it came full circle.
For
sure.
But guys, before we do get into Karina's story, we gotta get into the drink of the day.
All right, the drink of the day is the Malibu Sunset. So it has Malibu coconut rum, some orange juice, some pineapple juice, and then I put some grenadine on the bottom, so it gives like a ombre effect, red on the bottom, and then it goes ombre to orange. Topped it off with a slice of orange and some pineapple leaves, and there you go, the Malibu Sunset.
So good.
Well, and majority of you guys know, I've been kind of sober as well, so I decided to take the leap of faith for now and run with some wine, guys. So we're going a little light because I'm still not ready to drink anything hard just yet.
He's getting older, guys.
I am.
He's about that age.
Yeah, it's almost there.
It's getting closer to retirement.
Closer and closer.
Gosh, but, lucky. Tell me how to retire.
I want that Medicare. Come on.
So I got just some rosé, and we're gonna vibe out. Yeah, it's probably gonna hit me hard anyways. But
let's go.
Hey, let's go ahead and
all right,
cheers.
Cheers.
To a good podcast.
To a good podcast.
All right.
I want 2 of these before I leave.
I got you. You can make it happen for sure.
And she already pre-gaming out here too.
Yeah, she was ready.
Thanks to Jay, my friend out
there,
supporting.
Big shout out. All right, guys. So we're gonna just kind of get right into it. So, like I mentioned earlier, I am half Filipino, and I know a lot of Filipino people had a lot of rough time breaking into the industry, but they're slowly coming up. You're the first Lebanese and Venezuelan artist that I personally know. Would you say it's been hard to kind of break into the industry coming from a South American, Middle East background?
To be honest, I think I have an advantage because I come from different countries with different flavors, with different languages and different culture. I think that just adds more spice to my music, to my sound.
Yeah.
And because I grew up hearing a lot of different music, now I'm dripping with melodies. I'm dripping with different song ideas. Now I know, hey, I want to mix different genres together and see how that sounds. So I'm really thankful that I learned the different languages, Spanish, Arabic, and English.
Yeah.
So,
damn.
Trilingual.
Yeah,
there's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
So I'm really thankful.
No, so with have you adapted or taken some parts of like the culture, like the music, and kind of put it into your music at all?
I did. So my second single called 8 on My Level, I actually had one of my good friends, his name is DJ Wizard. He did a whole little Arabic instrumental for me for part of the bridge. And I had went and filmed it at Glamis. If you guys know where Glamis is at.
No.
Really? So it's sand dunes.
Oh,
so
okay,
a lot of
okay,
people
yeah,
were
yeah.
like, "Were you in Dubai? Like, where were you?
Yeah, yeah.
Saudi Arabia? Like, where were you and you filmed that?" So that really brought out my Middle Eastern side.
Oh yeah, I
So
saw
it
that.
was-
Yeah, with all the jewelry over your face
Yes.
and everything. Yeah, that
Yes.
was dope. That was a vibe.
Yeah, that's so. You know what? Like, do you follow a lot of like Lebanese or Venezuelan artists at all?
I do actually. There's a lot of Lebanese artists that I'm inspired by. One of my favorite singers ever, her name is Nancy Ajram. And she just did a song with Marshmello.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
nice.
You know,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
big.
nice because a lot of Middle Eastern artists are coming to the U.S. and collaborating with a lot of producers out here, a lot of DJs.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's
Yeah.
inspiring to see that, hey, people are listening
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
what's out there. Plus, who's going to get mad if they become famous or they blow up in another country versus
Major
the
facts.
U.S.?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Hey, it's still great. It's still a
Exactly.
breakthrough.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a chance for me to be able to break through in another area if it can't be the U.S.
You know what?
Exactly.
You actually brought your answer earlier. You have an advantage. That's a great answer because I remember actually one of our guests that was also that's a Filipino artist also said the same exact thing because you do have an advantage. You're like you have a totally different sound, different culture, and you're able to push your music out towards that area, start blowing up over there, and then slowly start bringing it here. Because of course, your people are gonna represent. Like they're gonna be
Yes.
super proud of you. And just like Filipino people, once they find out like you're Filipino or something, they're gonna fully like always support you. And I'm sure it's the same with Lebanese and Venezuelan people. Once they find out like you're Lebanese and Venezuelan, they're gonna start supporting you, get your
Yes.
music up there, and then it's gonna slowly just get big out here.
And it's amazing because a lot of my friends now, they do support so
Right.
much. My community supports, my friends from high school, my
That's dope.
family, they really believe in me. My mom and dad really support my music. For a long time, it took me a long time to get in this industry.
Yeah.
I only just started a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
So
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But you're still killing it.
I
Right,
love
right.
it.
Yeah, you're still killing it.
You can't ignore what your heart wants.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep,
You
facts.
just gotta keep going, and it's
You
dope
can.
that you're also like it is an advantage too because you're very early in the game. Like you mentioned that artist just got a song with Marshmello. It just shows that there is potential in that industry and that crowd, and by you just starting now, it might just be the perfect time.
Exactly.
Since you are early. One thing I noticed was you're also like an independent singer and songwriter. What is your perspective when it comes to labels? Are you like against being a part of a label, or has the right opportunity not like presented itself to you yet?
I'm totally not against
Okay.
working with labels. I think because I'm still so new, I'm
Okay.
learning as much as I can on my own. And when the opportunity does present itself, I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
I feel that now it's tough to know exactly what lane I'm going in because I'm still exploring my sound,
Right.
the different languages I speak.
Yeah.
I'm exploring and working with different producers. So if I do get presented with the opportunity, if and when,
Right.
I'll know exactly what lane I want to be in.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I think
so-
labels do provide a great support to artists. And there's a lot of different deals, right? So as an
Exactly.
artist, you have to do your homework and make
Yeah.
sure that you have the right team
Right.
to help you make the right decision.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
I don't think there's a right or wrong.
Yeah, because I only asked because there's a lot of people who are against labels as well. So when I saw independent, I was like, oh, okay, maybe she wants to be independent for the long run, because there's people who are successful like Chance the Rapper
Yeah,
and things like that
Chance. Yes.
who are against labels because they believe that you could really just truly start from the ground up.
And you can.
Yeah, you can, which is crazy. So, just asking your perspective on that.
Yeah.
is crazy.
Another thing too is like once you're signed to a label, I feel like a lot of your creative control is taken away from you.
Yeah, that's
you
true
know?
too, yeah.
And when you're fully independent, you have that power to push the limits of your artistry and go where you want with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. you know, a lot of people, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, okay? I think a lot of people know that already, but the thing is, you know, MJ has always talked shit about record labels and, you know, talking down on record labels because of what they do, you know, behind the scenes. And who would know better than Michael Jackson what goes on, you know, in behind the scenes, you know? And like I said, I think you're on a good route on just trying to go, you know, independent and, you know, use all that creativity that you have and just, you know, push your artistry out there. I think that's all you need is yourself, and then of course your support system. You know, like your family, your friends, your producers, you know, whoever is around you is gonna help you get your music out there.
We have so many tools. Right now, this is the time to do everything you can on your own, because really you don't need a label if you know how to maneuver through Instagram. You know how to maneuver through TikTok. You're good at marketing. One of my favorite independent rappers, his name is Tom McDonald, and oh my God, this man knows marketing. He knows how to reel an audience in, and he's made it big. He's hit on billboards by himself. His fiance is his videographer. He produces all his music. He's got a couple other family members involved in his production. And that's it.
That's
in his house, and his, you know, that's it.
That's all you need.
It's amazing, and it's incredible, and it's inspiring. There's quite a few like that I really look up to and say, okay, you know what, I could do this.
Exactly.
And you will. You will do it.
You're on the right path.
You're on the right path for sure. All right, so you know your newest single, Type of Way, is definitely a vibe. You know, I was getting some like Tinashe type feels with it. How did that whole production of the song come up, and what was your thought process on it?
So I was working with someone from my town.
Okay.
And one of my favorite artists is Paloma Mami.
Okay,
and she mostly focuses on reggaeton, Spanish pop, not even reggaeton, more like Spanish pop. And so there was a song I liked of hers, and I said, hey, I want something that gives me this vibe. So the producer just starts working on a beat, and I'm sitting there watching how they create this beat. And while they're creating this beat, I start thinking of melodies.
There's something special about it.
And you just start singing, and like, okay, I'm like, all right, how am I feeling? What is this making me feel? It's making me feel sexy. It's making me feel like I'm daydreaming. And so that's kind of like how my process is. I just start with a melody, and then I start spitting out words, and then I go from there. But it is a sexy song. It's very sassy. You know, very cute.
It's, like I said, you know, and that's why I was getting those Tinashe vibes, because that's Tinashe too. You know, like I was getting that vibe from that song, and I love it. I love the song. It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's very pop like as well.
I was getting Ariana a lot. People were like, you kind of little sound like Ariana in the beginning of the song. I can't hit her vocals, but thank you. I appreciate that. Love that.
Yeah, that's dope. No, but yeah, like I said, it's definitely a vibe. And the music video too. The music video is a vibe as well.
Yeah, the music video was a vibe. Is that how you normally write and do your process? Like, do you normally have a producer, or sometimes you already have a pre-made beat and then you just write on?
Most of the time, I have a producer. That I work well with. That I send them different ideas for beats that I like, and they go off of whatever I send them. And they add their own flavor and their own twist, and they send me, and that's usually how I like to work, because it's more personal. They know you, they know what range or what tone you sing in, so it's easier for them to create something specifically for you. But the music video is my favorite part of the entire process. I love creating visuals.
Do you normally come up with the visual before?
Yes.
Yeah. Before
like you know what? Because we've talked about that many times.
Exactly.
And, you know, when it comes to an artist and having that vision for, you know, when you're writing your song, you're pretty much creating the story, and you're already thinking about the visual in your head. You know, so, and I think that's it's very smart to do that at the same time. Like, is while you're writing your song, think about how you're going to tell the story through a visual, because you know, some people actually don't even create a visual for a song. You know, sometimes that just turns into a song that gets tossed out and, you know, goes from there. But like I said, I think it's always good to actually think, like, you know, while you're writing a song, how can you visually tell that story through a video as well?
Motivates you.
It does.
It motivates you to create an even better song, right? Because if you can visualize it in your head, it's a good song.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you can't, maybe you want to put that on the back burner, or continue writing and continue recording until you find something you're like, oh my God, this is going to be great on screen. I like giving people the story.
Right.
So, you know, and a lot of people love this song so much, they'll never forget the pink wig I'm always gonna associate the girl, the singer with the pink wig, because they like the song, they like the vibe that it brought in. But yeah, visuals are strong, they're healthy. I'm not saying you have to go throw in $10,000 per music video to get a nice visual. No, you can do something on a budget with good people.
Yeah, you can.
And make it work. You can make it happen.
Yeah. And we've worked with artists too who, most of the artists we work with always like have a vision, because, when you're writing a song, there's always like a concept, right? There's always some type of storytelling. And then we just like elevate what the song is already speaking about and what they already have in their mind. But there is some people who, don't have any visual, who don't have any concept, and they just leave that creativity just for the videographer themselves. And for us as creators, that makes it 10 times harder. Yeah, because a lot of times what we think about is not in line with what they envisioned themselves without even like them speaking about it, so sometimes like it is hard, but something about starting from scratch and really just talking about the idea of the song and what was going through the mind is a kind of like the same magic that happens when an artist works with a producer from scratch. That's how we kind of like envision with an artist building a music video as well, from scratch as well. So
it's so important. It is. And it's good to collaborate, because the videographer might have something a little different, or even something a little better, or adds on to whatever you're thinking for the video. So it's so great to work with other creatives that have a great input. I can't do it all myself. But,
no, exactly. No, but you know what? That's because we had talked about music videos before, and like I said, it's definitely. It's so much easier when the artist does have that vision, because it makes the job easier for us, when we go in and try to make the shot list and all that when it for the video, because sometimes the artist just does not have a vision, and we've had that many times. So it's like I'll drop a concept or an idea and be like, what do you think of this? Let's do this. I'm like, I mean, you could have told us that like previously before, at least, because instead of me making this huge shot list, and then all of a sudden it's like, now we have to go back to, the board and figure out something else.
And that's where in the beginning, if it's laid out well enough, it'll translate well. The day of shooting.
Right.
Because you're limited on time. If you book studios, you need to be quick about it.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
You have a crew with a ton of equipment. You guys, you're on the clock. You gotta be quick. Sometimes, like when I shot Type of Way, my team and I, gosh, they had a lot of equipment with them. I swear we spent more time setting up equipment than filming.
That's that's why I always tell the artists, like, because I have a lot of equipment too. I got the whole Steadicam set up and all that, and setting up a Steadicam already takes like 30 minutes. So, and then of course we got to set up the shot, we got to set up the lighting and all that kind of stuff, and that takes so that's why I usually say, like, when we're running a studio or something like that, like, we need a lot of time, but the other thing is, that's a lot of money. Like in 1 hour can be like $70-$80, and that's just used. 1 hour is already used just for setting up.
Which is so important.
It is.
If you don't have the
important.
right setup, forget it. You're not going to get a good video. I'd rather film 1 hour but have the best setup.
Right.
I have to be ready. As the artist, I need to know how I'm going in, what my mannerisms going to be like.
Right.
I know what shots we're taking, and be ready. So I'm supporting my team too. It's not just all about me. How can I support them as an artist? They're
That's
my team.
Yeah, I love that.
So
you're a very caring person.
Yeah.
I can tell why you have so many fans and so many people supporting you, because you're supporting them as well.
I mean, it's a great answer though, because like I said, I mean, I'm not a lot of people, talk about that when it comes to the video production side. It's like, the fact that you're saying, you got to support your team as well. I love that, because a lot of people don't mention that. It's like, it's, of course, usually in the artist's head, it's all in their head. Like, they're worried about their performance and all that, but it is a team effort. You all got to kind of support each other. And, that's how you come out with a fire-ass music video.
Plus, why wouldn't you want to work with those people again.
Yeah,
right. They have a
exactly.
good experience with you. You have a good experience with them. You're gonna want to continue creating.
Exactly.
Of course,
And it's
yeah.
only going to get better and better and better
Yeah.
now that everyone understands each other. And those are good connections to have because you can always refer them or vice versa. So
Yeah.
I love meeting people in this space and just seeing how their head works.
Yeah.
Right.
How did they learn what they know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Even
You pick their
when I see
brains.
you guys' posts and you're filming, I'm like, God, I would love to learn how to work a camera like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's
great.
Dope.
No, honestly, it's all from learning from set. You know,
Yeah.
I went to film school for 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And you know, the thing is, you do have to be on set, like literally, just to learn the majority of the shit you want to learn. You know, so it's like the fact that you're already on set. It's like you can easily say, "Hey, oh, how are you doing that?" You know, and that's one thing actually I've never seen an artist do. They've never been curious about how a camera works or anything. It's like just shoot the video. So that's kind of dope that you would actually.
No, I love it.
Exactly. That is dope.
You would actually kind of want to learn like the behind the scenes because you know, if you think about it, there's a lot of actresses that have converted being into directors now.
Right.
You know, I think
Yes,
it was just
it's so true.
it's just a lot of them being so curious, like being on set, like, you know, oh shoot, like operating a camera like that would be so cool. And you know, I'm pretty sure they just learned from being on set.
Right.
You know, just being an actor, actress, artist, singer, like it doesn't matter. It's like once you're on set, you can also learn. As well, you know, and that's the best place to do it is learn on set.
But it also like strengthens their craft as well when they
it does.
understand a little bit more.
Yeah, especially when
technical
you know,
side,
the terminology,
Right.
you know, like B-roll, like,
Yeah,
you know.
at first I didn't know what that was.
Yeah,
Like,
It was me.
At first,
and that's
music video,
that's
I
the
don't know
most
what that is.
important. That's the most important thing to know. Is like when
Right.
I attended film school, that was the first thing we learned. I was like, what the hell is B-roll? Like I had no idea what B-roll was until I went to film school, and then you know you learn all this terminology and
Still shots.
yeah, you know, all, you know, like you know, medium close-ups, you know. So at least you know, like when you hear those terminologies, you already know what to expect. So that is dope that you would actually like want to learn some of the behind the scenes
Yeah, you
stuff.
add it
it
to
is
your
dope.
arsenal.
Yeah,
of
it's good to
knowledge.
have. It's
great.
good to have, and that's how you become a successful artist because you know all you know the ropes all around. You know how to work in the actual
Exactly.
studio. You
Right.
know how to work on set for a video. You know, and like
Part
I
of the
said,
independence, right?
yeah, it is.
Right.
But
Like
that's,
an artist.
but that's good. That's called success.
Right.
Yeah, that's called success.
It's
So
only gonna add to your craft.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
And there's YouTube University.
There is.
right?
Yeah,
People-
there is.
Yeah.
I
And-
don't take advantage as much as I should actually on YouTube because you can learn anything from anyone.
Everything.
That's
Yeah.
the best place
Yeah.
nowadays because you know we've talked so much about like film school and stuff like that, and I honestly regret it because that's $100,000 out of my pocket
Yeah,
that
it's so
I'm paying
expensive.
for, and like I said, you can. Oh yeah, it's a lot of money, you know, and but you could definitely learn a lot on YouTube University.
You want to
yeah.
know
Okay.
a funny story? So I went to University of Riverside, California,
okay.
and I studied business.
Okay.
And my former best friend in university, he kind of like slid by. He didn't really study. He was like, Karina, can you help me here? Can you help me there? And I'm like, yeah. Obviously, that was my best friend. So I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna help you. So
Yeah.
he did a lot of other things. He was managing different DJs, like putting them, setting them up in different clubs in downtown Riverside and just helping
okay.
them get gigs. Well, he became Marshmallow's manager
Oh
Damn.
shit!
and a couple other DJs. But that's funny. Look at how we were on the same path.
Yeah,
Right.
Business.
Yeah.
We both went to school, both paid the same price. I studied my butt off and I was working full time in corporate already.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, oh my
right.
goodness. And look at where he went off, right?
Yeah,
he went
exactly.
down that route. And sometimes I think like, man, what if I would have gone that route too?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
I would have started at that age or
Yeah.
you know, but you never know where life takes you. But
never
it
do.
just goes to show you sometimes you don't have to go to school to learn it. It's
You don't,
good.
yeah.
Don't down
It's
your
good,
craft.
yeah, no,
That's
it's good,
amazing.
yeah.
What you know,
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people don't. So that's great. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I went to school for business and I'm doing music.
No, like I said, and you
Totally
know,
different.
it's a waste of money. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to you know being in the entertainment business, like what we're pretty much doing, it's a waste of money because you can honestly learn this from other people. Just like
Yes.
you know, you're the guy you kind of you know trained a little bit, I guess, at school. You know, and now he's Marshmallow's manager and stuff like that. So
Even though he'd probably tell me like, no, that's not how it went.
no, but like I
He's
said,
watching
you know,
this right now.
like I said, that's just how it works nowadays. Like school, of course, it's a business. School is a business as well. They got to make their money somehow, and they're
do.
gonna make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of you, like they are with
It's
us.
sad.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
the thing,
sad.
and
It
that's
is.
that's just how it is, you know. But like I said, nowadays you do got YouTube, you do got people you can learn from, and you know, just like him, you know, I'm teaching him everything I learned from film school as well. So it's like he doesn't even need to go to film school now.
Right. That's
Drop
awesome.
$100,000.
Yeah,
exactly.
so you drop $100,000, you know.
I know
so,
B-roll.
Yeah.
I can get by.
Yeah, see? But no, that you know, like for me, I'm all about teaching people. Like, you know, that I started my YouTube channel years ago and doing tutorials, you know, about filmmaking and, you know, photography and stuff. And I love doing it. I love teaching people.
Look at this beautiful setup.
Yeah,
Because
right,
of what you know.
Yeah,
exactly, right?
Like I said, you learn a lot from just a lot of different sources and stuff. So
that's
like
why I
said,
call him my grandpa. Taught me everything. Taught me the ways.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Call him
grandson.
Yoda.
Yoda, yeah.
Master Yoda.
Master Yoda.
Yeah. No, but like I said, you know, as an independent artist yourself, you're killing it. Like you already know what you need to do. You know, so just
and you're doing it.
Yeah, and you're already doing it. So you just got to keep rolling with it. You're gonna get that success.
Speaking about being an independent artist, you know, it's no surprise that you're on LA Weekly's top 15 hottest artists to watch in 2022. You have an amazing voice. Your sound is very versatile, and you have a song, "Make Me," with more like trap, and then "Type Away" was more like pop, and "Ballerina" was more Latino flavor.
Ballerina.
That was great. No, I loved it. I was like,
yeah. So it's so in there.
I thought you was gonna say
He's like,
ballerina.
Yeah, I thought I said it right, but I don't know. The viewers will tell me. Is there?
Sure, she could tell you too.
That was great. I loved it. That was awesome.
Is there a genre of music you're more drawn to, or do you like to experience most of the time when it comes to your music?
You know, it's crazy because I love pop. I'm such a pop fan.
Okay.
But I'm really loving EDM pop right now and deep house music. It's what I'm working on right now as a project with deep house. I think with deep house music, there's so much flavor already in the beat that you just add your vocal as another instrumental to the song, and it's great. You don't need a lot, right?
It's a vibe
and
already.
sometimes those songs blow up, and you're like, "Well, I didn't barely sang on it."
Yeah. Right.
But it's great. I have a song currently with D-Clax, and he's in China. He's a Russian producer, and he works with a couple labels, and he's a great producer and knows sounds, right? So for me to just go in there, and I've never written to deep house at all.
Yeah,
it was my first time doing that with him, and I was like, wow, I'm pretty good at this. So you never know. You wanna not be so closed off and say, no, I just want to do pop. No, I just want to do reggaeton. Look at how like Becky G started. She didn't even start in doing reggaeton. She started in the pop scene. So you never want to close yourself off. You always want to be able to experiment with different genres because you don't know what you can be good at. And then you don't know who you can help. Because there might be another artist that I can help write.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or do vocals for, or so anything. So I like to experiment and explore, but I'm trying to find the sound that fits me the most.
Okay.
And that's why you're playing around with different sounds.
Yes.
You do got to find out like which route you do want to go, and I think that's where a lot of success comes from artists is playing around with the different sounds, and then eventually once they find it, that's what launches them their career. You know, so it is good that you are going outside of the box and trying something different.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure.
So going back to kind of what we were talking about with production and producers and stuff, I do want to know though, like when it comes to working with the producers, like how do you what do you look in what do you look for a producer? Like, do you look for personality, sound? Like what is it? Because it is very important when finding a producer, because that is somebody you can potentially be working with long term.
Yeah, there's a lot of producers out there that they're just looking for that hourly rate.
Yeah,
right? The hourly pay.
Yeah. Right.
That's not the person that you want to work with.
No, exactly. Yeah.
You want a producer that's going to have an input that says, hey, Karina, you know what? Can you try this? How about singing like this? Ooh, let me add this right here.
Yeah.
You want someone that's going to help you get better and sing better and become more creative in your craft. It's not about, oh, that person knows how to mix good. Great. A lot of people know how to mix. A lot of people know how to engineer or master a song. But who's going to actually help you grow as an artist? And then you help them grow too. Because then if they find a sound that they say, hey, her voice fits well with this song, they're going to remember me for next time. You want to click with somebody.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't believe in just taking money from people, but not actually helping them accomplish what they came to accomplish for.
Yeah.
Great. There's so many different studios, and I feel that a lot of people promote their studios, but they need to promote themselves.
Right.
Tell me
Facts.
how you produce.
Yeah.
Facts,
Tell me
yeah.
what artists you're looking for.
Yeah.
Showcase your songs that you work on. Don't just show me a picture of your studio.
Right,
That's not
right.
going to entice me to show up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Green Tea Studios in LA, they're great. They always are showcasing themselves, their studio, their different sounds, the different events that they run. And I really like them. And I do, if any artists are here in LA, I do recommend that they go just check them out because
Yeah.
they're great to work with.
And
So-
you know what? You bring up a good point. Like a true producer, if they really loved working with you, they would like recommend different things like, oh, we should try this. Like they should be excited
Yes.
about their job. But
Exactly.
you're right. You know, I'm sure there are people out there that are just, you know, working for that hourly rate. Like, okay, that sounds good. Okay, let's, just
Yeah,
kind of,
next,
next.
next
Like,
track.
they're just trying to get their money,
Yeah.
but you do have to find somebody that truly loves what they do and actually loves working with you as an artist. Because like for myself, I love working with the artists at the computer when we edit a video. I don't know how many times
love
you've
that.
actually done that, but just recently, because we've been in LA almost 4 years now, and this is the first time I've actually started doing it, where I bring the artists over and we edit the video together.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier. I love doing it, and I love collaborating with the
Yeah.
artists, because we have different. No, I wouldn't say different visions. It's like the same visions, but different ways of going about it. And that's why I love just kind of sitting down and being like, "Does this look good? Like, how do you feel about this? We'll try different things and make it look good."
Which
and,
shots do you like
yeah,
more?
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And there was one
Yeah.
day where, oh my God, I think we did almost 12-hour day just sitting at my computer just editing.
Oh,
12,
that's
12
awesome.
hours,
I love that.
Yeah, we had our food, we had our drinks, just sitting there like, okay, does this look good? Does this look good?
And that's a free learning session.
It is.
I
It
get to
is.
see how
Yeah.
you work on Adobe
Yeah,
Pro
yeah,
and
yeah.
Premiere
Yeah.
Pro, and
Exactly.
I get to watch
Exactly.
and see how you sync
Exactly.
the sounds. That's awesome.
Yeah, no,
How you
and-
add color.
and I love doing that just in general, because it's fun. You want to have a successful video,
Yes.
and
Right.
collaborating with the artist, like with their vision versus like ours or whatever, like that's how you create a successful music video, instead of just going based off of one and then also sending rough cuts back and
Saves
forth.
so much
like,
time.
Yeah, it saves so
It
much
does.
time. Like literally on that 12 or 15-hour day we were editing, we finished that video already,
Right.
because we were just
That's
we were
amazing.
yeah we were
Yeah.
grinding, and like I said, that's just in general. I think that's the best route, is like finding somebody that you can actually work with and actually enjoys what they do.
And you
Right,
know what's great
exactly.
to that? Someone that invests in you too. Because
Facts.
the last videographer I worked with, Juan, he directed amazingly and he had great ideas. But not only
Good.
that, but he actually would send out the videos to get extra editing or extra clips or extra color.
Yeah.
He put from his pocket.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's amazing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he wants that work is his work
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Exactly.
It's his as much as it's mine.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the kind of people that you want to work with, is someone that's gonna invest in you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
Yeah, yeah.
that is facts. There have been a couple times with some artists where it's like, we were talking about doing some visual effects, and I was like, I think we're gonna have to invest into somebody that can do these, because I'm not a visual effects artist.
Yeah, it's
I
tough.
can.
Yeah,
It's tough. I can do like little 3D stuff here and there, but majority of the time I'm just editing in Premiere. Like when it comes to actually like visual effects and like shit that you see in the movies, I gotta go to somebody. I can't do
It's
that
its own
shit.
beast.
Yeah,
It's hard.
I can't do
Yeah,
that shit
for sure.
myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like I said, even I agree when it comes to that stuff. It's like, if I have that vision, I'll always tell it. I'll be like, what, this shit might be dope if we find like
Yes.
a contract editor to put in this visual effects or something. And of course, it is a little pricey.
Right,
It is
right.
a little pricey. It
But
does
it's
get
worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it.
For the
It is
overall
worth
picture,
it.
for
Yeah,
sure.
because
Yeah.
this is going to be a video that lives on the internet forever.
Right.
And it possibly has potential of even landing spots on TV, like MTV,
Right.
BET or whatever.
VH1,
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
you never know.
You just
Yeah,
never
you
know,
never know.
and that's why you do have to invest. It's not about just like killing out a video edit in like 10, 15 minutes. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
not possible. It's not
Exactly.
possible.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, as an example, it's not like kill this out, put that out there, and then you're good. No, invest the time. Make
It's
something.
worth it.
Yeah,
Right.
it's worth it. That's
I'm
pretty much what
about
I'm
quality.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Quality.
If you guys haven't noticed yet, I'm about quality.
No, that's
Yeah,
good.
In the
yeah.
sound,
I love that.
in the
It's
visuals.
I love that, and that's what we always talk
Yeah.
about is quality over quantity. Like
Right.
especially when it comes to your music. Like I'm sure that you always are making sure like your vocals are on point and the production is on point, instead of just kind of putting it out there for
Yeah, I'm
content.
picky.
Right.
Yeah, and that's good. Don't put it out there for content, because this is something that's gonna live forever. Like people are gonna look forward to listening to these songs, and obviously if you're not putting 100% into it,
people notice.
People will notice.
And that's the reason people don't even know I'm in corporate.
Right,
They're like, oh, you have a job?
That's why I love that reel. I love that reel that you
5.
did. You know, that reel where you're like, I work a corporate job, but they don't know
I make music
I
like
make
this.
music like this. You know, that was dope.
They
that
don't,
was
and
dope.
it's how you carry yourself. There's people that just think I do music full time.
And
that is a dream of mine.
Yeah.
That
right.
is
So
good.
it's nice. It's just how you carry yourself. What I need to work on is consistency. Putting more music out in a timely fashion.
You will.
You know,
You will, though.
you do. You grow, and you're right. I will get there eventually. But you know, as long as you're doing something, but that you're proud of.
That you're proud of.
Like you said, 'cause it's gonna be out there. It's yours. People are gonna notice you for something. Do you want them to notice you for the bad or the good? The
Exactly.
good.
Yeah.
You want them to share. You know, it's great because my friends, they share, and I don't ask them to.
Right,
Hey,
right.
can you
It's
comment on this? Hey,
organic,
can
yeah.
you? Yes. Because they
It's
love it, and that
organic,
makes me feel proud.
That's
makes
why
me feel great.
That's why when I messaged you, I was like, you know, it's so dope seeing your friends support you. You know,
Yeah, so hard.
reposting the podcast, you being on the
Right,
podcast.
right.
And I
They
just
don't
laughed.
have,
Yeah.
they don't
It
have
was
to do
great.
that. Yeah,
No.
they don't have to do that, and that just shows, you know, like.
I think that's the first time we've ever like had a guest like followers start sharing their the
honestly,
flyer.
honestly,
Yeah.
it's crazy seeing that support. I mean, it's not crazy; it's amazing.
Amazing,
What
yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
is just crazy seeing like, you know, your friends supporting you that much, because there are some
Yes.
people that don't get that much support.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
it's either sometimes they're either supporting just for clout, like, oh, I
Right,
know
right.
this person. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'm
But
staying in
it's-
contact with them just for a little bit.
No, but
yeah.
that's dope that they genuinely like support you. Like even just coming on this podcast, it's, you know, I mean, we're not like big or anything
Exactly.
just yet, but
Yeah,
it's
right.
like, you know, it's still dope that they support you. Like you're putting yourself out there, you're getting your artistry out here, and you're using the platform here to use
Yes.
it. So
Right.
it's cool seeing them support you
We
like that.
support
dope.
Nike. We support Fashion
Yeah.
Nova. We support all these big brand names who don't notice us.
Yeah.
Right,
So
exactly.
it's nice to have friends and family that do say, man, there's
Yeah.
a gift there, and we want to see them thrive and grow.
Yeah.
Right.
Whether you make it or not, it's an amazing
That's true.
feeling to have the support,
Yeah.
especially for something that you love so much.
Exactly.
And you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. That's how I started. I didn't
Yeah.
know what the heck I was doing. I
Yeah.
said, I'm gonna figure it out
Yeah.
as I go, and
Yeah.
that's how it's been.
And that's amazing.
That's
and
dope.
like I said, you know, the fact that you mentioned it like that, you don't know where it was gonna take
No.
you.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, look where you are now, though.
Exactly.
You know,
No idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Right, right.
No
honestly,
idea.
it's kind of like us with this podcast.
Right,
Like,
right,
you know,
right.
obviously we do like our filmmaking and photography stuff outside of this, but podcasting was something new for us. So we had no
Right.
idea what the hell was going to happen with this. We were
Right.
like, you know, let's just
Yeah.
roll with it. We know a lot of artists out here. Let's just bring them on the show and see what happens.
You guys
Yeah.
are great.
No,
You
thank
got
you,
great
thank you.
faces, great
Thank you.
voices,
Thank
you.
great
Thank you.
presence.
And
You make an artist feel
you know, I mean,
comfortable.
another thing is, you know, you got to joke around here on the podcast. Too,
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly,
it's like,
yeah.
'cause
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
vibe. That's how you keep it going. Like, because
Right.
there are some podcasts out there that it was like, it's a little boring.
Exactly.
You know, it's a little, I'm not going to lie. It's
They're so serious.
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
so serious. So,
straight
you know,
to the point.
Yeah, and
yeah.
but like I said, you know, we had
That's
no
true.
idea what the hell we were gonna actually do with this podcast.
Right.
So, like I said, you kind of just got to take that idea, run with it, and you know, just invest that work, because once you do it, it will take you
Worth
somewhere.
it.
Yeah,
And isn't
yeah,
it fun?
exactly.
Don't you guys have fun?
Oh, yeah, we have a lot
like I
of
said,
fun.
it's fun because a lot of the times, you know, like we're meeting a lot of new people.
Yeah.
You know, I
Right,
mean,
right, right.
majority, like when we first started this, you know, we brought on a lot of people that we had already known.
Right, right.
But you know, it's like once you dive in and people actually start seeing the podcast, they're like, oh,
Oh,
that
this
would
is
be
really cool.
Yeah, they want to come on.
Yes.
So it's like, you know, that's how we end up meeting more people. That's how we start, you know, working together a lot more as well.
Right, right.
You know, and that's why I'm really thankful for the podcast. Like, you know, like I
opened
said,
a lot of doors for
yeah,
sure.
it's opened a lot of
And
doors.
you help other artists and you help other
Yeah, we do,
creatives a lot. This
That's
helps.
the goal, though.
Yeah,
you
It's
know,
us
like I said,
exposure.
Yeah,
and it's great. It's fun. I love.
Yeah.
No,
I
like I
love
said,
this.
and that's the goal. You know, I feel like it's we love helping people
Yeah.
in
Right,
general.
right.
That's, you know, we don't do this for clout or
care.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we care. We, like I said, I mean, we're not getting paid for any of this. Like,
Right,
you know,
right,
we're
exactly.
if anything, we're providing for this podcast. You know,
Yeah.
everything comes out of our pocket for
Right,
it. You
right.
know, so it's just we
You
love.
go to Disneyland. People that go to Disneyland
Yeah,
care.
yeah,
Go to
exactly.
Disneyland,
No,
care.
no, and you know, yeah, kind of bringing up like the whole Disneyland thing, because you know, me and her do it together. I mean, she wasn't with
Oh,
me.
I wish she was there.
Yeah, she wasn't there that day, but you know, it's just a lot of people when you know, on the live streams, they're always like, you know, thank you so much for live streaming, because these people can't go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's like when we
God.
live stream there, it's like they feel like they're there with us, or they're at Disneyland.
That's
So
amazing.
it's like that's why we love doing it as well. You know, it's just fun in general. And
Also, he was brave because it was raining hard.
Oh
that
my
whole
God.
day.
They go
So-
on the
I
rainiest
was like,
days.
oh my God,
Okay,
that
you know
camera.
what?
Oh my God, the phone.
You know what? So that day I got so mad after getting off Rise, because I got off and for some reason they were telling us take off your
take it
ponchos.
off,
I was
yeah.
like, what the hell? Like, why are we taking off our
Take it
ponchos?
off. No, I'm just joking.
Take off the ponchos. Well, this is
like,
rated R.
That was rated R.
She got a little bit too much to drink. I don't think she could do another one.
No,
I still
honestly,
need my second one.
Yeah, okay.
honestly, I was like, why are they telling us to take off our ponchos? Because like every other Disneyland ride, it's like totally fine to wear a
that's
poncho.
random.
Yeah, it was
What the
random.
heck?
So I take off the poncho
Yeah.
and I'm trying to put it back on, like in the area and like where it's enclosed. And they kept saying, "Walk, keep walking, keep walking." I'm like, I'm trying to put. It's
didn't.
pouring down.
I stayed.
You stayed?
Oh, I didn't.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So I pretty much was putting on the poncho in the rain. I was like, they just would not allow us to.
They
It
didn't
was
want to
weird.
clean.
Did you have a
okay.
poncho as well?
I did.
Okay.
And it did suck having to
It
take
did?
off. I had a big old puffer jacket, it looked like a marshmallow, and the poncho on top of the marshmallow.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna suck, but
Yeah.
it was so worth it.
Yeah.
To be honest, that ride it's so much
it's
fun.
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
so
Was that
cool.
your first time? Did you haven't been in a long
It
time?
was my first time on the ride.
On the rises,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
yeah.
amazing.
So
Oh my
you didn't know
gosh.
about the drop then?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
the
No.
best part.
Well, funny story about that
I
is
loved
because
it.
like we had all gone in 2021
When it first
Yeah,
opened,
when Disneyland had first opened back up since the
back up,
pandemic.
yeah.
So of course, Rise was something that we all wanted to get on because that
Yeah, it
was
was
just
very new.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it's
brand
very-
new. I mean, Galaxy's Edge has like or
Just opened.
Yeah,
I've been
just
on
opened
that
in 20.
one.
Yeah.
So you've been
Right.
around that area already.
Yes.
You
But
just
just
didn't
not
go on the
that ride.
ride.
Just not that
Okay,
ride.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
it opened 2019, literally just a few months before pandemic happened.
Right.
So not a lot of people got to experience it, including us. So yeah, when we went on 2021 as just a big group. Oh my god, that drop! I did not expect it. It was like fucking scary.
Even
It
the
was scary.
beginning part.
Yeah,
Where they're
yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
along
Yeah, yeah,
with-
yeah.
I was like, what is going on?
Yeah,
While you're standing there, yeah.
Yeah.
Before
It
it
was
even
so
started.
cool.
But now I just love the drop. It's fun.
I was like, yes, take
Yeah.
me, please. I'm not like her.
Well, okay,
Just
so
can't.
now
Just
a
let's go.
question. Now a question. Have you done the Guardians of the Galaxy one where it bounces
Oh,
up and
in
down?
California.
Yeah, in California.
Yes, I
Adventure?
have.
Yeah. Okay. See,
Damn.
that's
That's a great one.
I can't do
Yeah,
that.
that
One.
drop is
Yeah.
crazy.
I can't
Oh,
do that
come
one
on,
for sure.
Corey. We gotta give him
Come
some
on,
more
Corey.
wine again.
No.
Remember, he's old, okay? He might
No,
have a heart attack.
Yeah, she.
Well, your fiance is gonna keep you young.
No, I know
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
No, I mean she even talks about like she's done it before, but she won't even do it again just because of
Really?
those drops. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm like,
the
for-
drops are
She's
the
old
best
too.
part.
She's old
No,
too. She looks young,
So
but
they're made
yeah,
No,
they're
it's
made for each other.
Okay, this is you're telling me.
Like,
they're made
they're
for
like
each other.
soulmates. They're old, like inside.
No,
Yeah.
but like I said, damn, we went on a tangent there.
Yeah, you guys did. Yeah,
We went on a
It was
tangent.
so much
Disney
fun. It was just
tangent.
crazy though. Honestly,
is.
I still can't believe he was right
Yeah,
behind
right
me
next to
the
you.
whole time. And I'm like, I don't think that's him.
Can't
And my
be him.
little-
Can't be him.
My niece just like, what's he doing?
No,
I'm like, he's just streaming babies.
Yeah, we get that
That's
all
just
the
Corey.
time.
That's just Corey.
No, we get that all the time because live. There's about 20 other live streamer like Disney live streamers, but we've actually befriended them already. So it's like
Oh, that's
yeah. So
awesome.
it's like we all kind of know each other, and we'll sometimes hang out at the parks together and live stream together.
People keep telling me to get on Twitch.
like live streaming,
Yeah.
like what, like for your music and stuff.
Doing anything. They're like,
Anything?
they love to watch girls on there. I'm like,
do.
what do you
They
mean?
do love to watch
They
girls,
and
yeah.
play video
No,
games
no,
on there.
no.
I'm like,
But
even
there'd be
if
some
you're not
creeps.
good
There'd be
on
some
there?
creeps.
No, that's true. So okay, Rachel, she's getting back into live stream. So I'm getting back into gaming streaming
live
as well
streaming.
now too, and she is as well. But the thing is, yeah, guys love watching women play games for obvious reasons, But there are a lot of creeps out there.
Yeah, there is
you
a
just
lot of
got to be
creeps.
careful.
So Jay,
That's-
we can quit our job tomorrow. We're good. We can just
You can
you
hop
can
on.
manage the
You can hop on Call of
manage it, and I'll
Duty. Just start playing Call of Duty live
He's
streaming on
really
Twitch.
playing, and I'm just pretending like I'm playing. That's what friends are for. We help each other out.
No, exactly. Like I said,
No one's got to know it's him.
Capitalize on the creeps.
Oh my God, this is great.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
idea. I love it.
Yeah,
guys.
like I said, it's crazy. Like live streaming though, it's done a lot of stuff. Like it will help you
heard.
grow because we started with our YouTube channel like 2020 or whatever, and now we've almost hit within just 6 months, we've hit almost 3,000 subscribers.
That's amazing.
So it's like live streaming does
in 6 months.
Yeah, in 6 months, it does a lot of crazy shit for you. So even if you think about going on Twitch and live streaming, you will hit those followers pretty quick.
I'm missing out.
Yeah, you are.
What am I doing with my life?
So I mean,
you gotta be consistent though.
Twitch isn't all about just gaming. Honestly, like they have like what is it like IRLs, just like in real life stuff, and then just chatting and all that. So you can
great.
More than
and
just game. Yeah,
you can literally just be in the studio working on a music, and people will watch you, and they'll love that shit. And then you're gonna get donations and all this shit.
This is great.
Timberland does it. Timberland.
Timberland does it.
Yeah, Timberland does it. Tory Lanez did it. You know, Tory Lanez, he has live streams where like he would have the audience pick his song, the topic, and the beat and everything, and then he makes a song out of it then and there.
That's so smart.
Yeah,
well, it's your turn now. Just go in the studio, put on the live stream.
I'm on the spot.
You're on the spot. Yeah.
No, and that's the thing. Obviously, I mean, because you had asked me like, "Are we doing a live here?" I was like, "No," because of course, you don't know what you're gonna say. Sometimes you might say something crazy on the live stream.
Yes.
You know, but
take it off.
But like I said, I mean, honestly, like live streaming has just become so fun because you actually build a community, and that's why we've me and Rachel, we've loved doing this is because
how fun.
Yeah, like I said,
and you get to go to Disneyland 2-3 times.
I know. That's the thing.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, no,
that's
I mean,
awesome.
who would hate going to Disneyland all the time?
Maybe
I mean,
Jay. Jay, do you like Disneyland? My friend Jay is watching on the sideline.
No, I mean, honestly, once you have a pass, you have to utilize it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only way to.
Hey, good for you for being committed to that drive from LA to OC.
Oh my God, it is the fucking worst. It is the fucking so, like. Just a short talk on that. Yeah, it takes like 2 hours to get there from here during the weekday. So that day that
during the weekday,
and it's raining.
People don't work.
That's what I'm saying. Well, you know what? Okay, so
maybe traffic,
that day when we were heading or when I was heading out there and it was raining, right? Yeah, it took me like 2 hours to get out there. People are driving slow, obviously, and you know it is what it is.
But the wait times were great.
Wait times were amazing.
Like 10 minutes.
That's why I went on Rise. Like Rise was only like 20 minutes, I think.
Especially when it's raining, nobody wants to go.
No.
Yeah, nobody wants to go.
Yeah.
So you went on a good day, actually.
Yeah, you went on a good day.
I went on a good day as well. I'm not gonna lie. That's what because I would typically not do that ride. Like I would not wait there for like 50, 60 minutes. Especially, you know, when you have...
They don't have a single rider option?
No, that's the thing. They got a lightning lane. That's pretty much it. You know, you got to pay for that.
Well, I'm going back on the 18th.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, with one of my girlfriends. We're just going to go hang out.
Are you guys just going around Disney or California Adventure?
No, not California. I need the pass. I need the pass.
Yeah. No, honestly, I mean,
SoCal
that's why, you know, once you get your pass, you can hop anytime you want. It's just, I don't even like going to California Adventure because it's so small and it gets a little boring there.
Oh, I used to sometimes dress up as Princess Jasmine. And I would sing at these kids' birthday parties.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that was part of like getting to use my gift, right?
That's cool though. And, so what well, I want to go into that now. That's like off topic from what we have here, but I'm curious about it. So like, what would you do? Like people would hire you for birthday parties or?
Yeah, so I worked with this company for just a short while and they would book me as Princess Jasmine to my first event was like a kid's
Princess Jasmine,
or Princess Leia. I can see it.
That's great. I love that.
Why? Because of her bun?
Yeah, I can see it. Your bun in your eyes for some reason. I can see it.
I can see it too a little bit. Yeah,
and she's cool as hell. So I'll take that as a compliment.
That's facts. Yeah. So like, what would technically happen? Like, or how did they find out about you?
One of my friends referred me to the company.
So
they liked me.
Oh, I think...
Is it like an agency almost?
They're an agency.
Oh, okay.
Is it like a Disney bounding kind of thing?
No, it's like a crown princess parties. I think that was the
okay.
It's been a while.
Is it like a contract kind of job? Or?
No, it's you work it just as you go. Whatever they have for you, they'll
hire
give you
for
like
gigs.
They'll pay you hourly or they'll say, hey, this is the amount for the entire gig. It's 4 hours, 5 hours, and it's great because it's even if they didn't pay me, I would do it for free because it's fun with the kids.
Yeah.
You sing to them, you read a book, you face paint, you dance. It's nice and they look up to you, right? It's a good feeling and it's nice when COVID hit. I actually got her costume and stuff and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna FaceTime friends and family with kids and just, hey, Princess Jasmine's calling you.
Cool.
You know, and I promoted it on Instagram, and I had like 50 people. Oh my God, can you put me on that list?
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to charge people. I was doing it for fun and for these kids, and it was so nice. So that's that's how I also practice my singing. I was like, I'll practice on the kids.
Yeah.
If they don't cry, that means I sing decent.
Can we get a little Aladdin and Jasmine right now?
Let's see. I can show you the world.
Ooh.
Hey.
Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart?
Hey,
like,
we gotta
I wasn't
get
ready for that.
round of applause.
Let's go.
You're one of the first people that have actually put on the spot to sing on the podcast.
I get nervous. To sing.
Hey, you killed it.
Yeah.
You killed it.
You didn't
I
make us
love it.
cry, so
Yeah.
you did,
I'm like,
you did
she
amazing.
forgot the words.
Oh,
I
okay.
already
So did
forgot.
you actually, now that we're actually there, did you like the live action Aladdin?
Oh, I did, and I'm so sad that it's not there no more.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That was the best one.
Actually,
was.
yeah.
I was
So
like, Frozen. Frozen
Yeah.
Schmozen, no.
Especially
no,
Genie. Genie was like hilarious.
Yeah, it was amazing.
yeah,
I
that's the only one I actually did see. Was the Aladdin show? I
the
did
only
not see
one
the
you
Frozen.
needed to see.
Yeah, I know. You saw the Frozen show then?
Yeah, it was not.
So they were
good.
talking about bringing
It's
another
bad.
show over to that theater, but I don't know what they're doing right now.
Yeah, they
should
should
bring
kept
back Aladdin.
It
Yes.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought it
amazing.
was great. I walked out of the Frozen one.
Oh, you did?
Froze in like 40 minutes in or something, froze on screen and
Literally
we're
became
out.
frozen.
And
I had to
literally
leave.
became frozen. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's funny. Okay, so thank you for this long
long
tangent.
tangent. That was a
we
long
just turned
tangent.
into like the Enchanted Explorers podcast.
Over here
We
promoting
talked about
Disneyland.
Disney
Yeah, I know.
for the past like
See,
20
they're
minutes.
getting more. They're getting,
Gosh.
they're
Yeah.
making more money. So
Like they don't
Exclusive.
have enough.
I know, right? Fun
we're-
talk though. Fun
Right, it
talk.
was fun talk. So going back into you, I saw your oldest music video.
Oh, no.
That was 3 years ago. It was, I can't believe he cheated, which honestly was a little cringe. I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, I think we all have cringy old videos that we,
Yes.
grow from over the years. And seeing your growth has been, super inspiring. Did you start music 3 years ago? And if so, like, what was holding you back of like pursuing that for so long?
For a long time, I didn't know I could actually turn that into career.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just always a passion of mine, but it wasn't realistic towards my life. I had to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, make money, get married, be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought my life should have looked like or would have looked like. And it's because it's part of my culture, right? There's
right.
that pressure to just, go to school and get married.
Right.
To be a dancer, to be a singer, an artist, like no. That doesn't exist in our world.
Right.
So I never pursued it because I didn't think I could. Until one day I wanted to do it so bad. Like I could just see myself on stage. I love dancing more than I love singing. I don't even sing that great, but I love to dance.
You sing amazing.
And
Yeah, exactly.
You just killed it right now.
whole new world.
Yeah, you
Totally
just killed it
forgot
right
the
now.
lyrics.
Yeah.
so I just said, you know what? I there's only one producer I knew at the time, and I'm like, I'm just gonna reach out. I'm just gonna reach out and ask him like, how do I start? What do I do? Because I didn't know what a studio was, didn't even know what a mic looked like.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know anything
Yeah.
about music or beats and stems. I had no idea, but I was determined.
Yeah.
And that's how I started. I said, you know what? Even if I just make one song, 2 or 3, I'm happy with that because it shows that when you want to do something, you can find a way.
Yeah.
When there's a will, there's a way. I'm the oddball in my family, by the way.
Oh, really?
I'm the one that like stepped out of the line
Yeah.
a little bit and said, well, I want to go explore this.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though I have a degree, even though I have responsibilities.
Right.
I don't want to fall into that typical routine of, all right,
Yeah.
you just finish school, you get married and you have kids and
Yeah.
that's your life.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right,
I think
right.
being a mom is beautiful. Being married is beautiful when you
Right,
find the
right.
right partner.
Yeah.
I just wanted to explore what was in my heart.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important for you to just don't deny yourself.
Right,
if
right.
if it's on your soul, it's because God put it there.
Right.
And that's how I started.
Yeah, that's dope. I think Asian parents are, the same as well. They're super strict, super, very, you had to go 9 to 5, because they come from
or you got to be in medical
field, which is where I started as well. I was like,
it's a typical thing.
You got to be a nurse, you got to be a doctor, you got to be a lawyer. If you ain't doing that, you're a disgrace.
Joey Coy was right.
Yeah, no,
he was right.
He's 100%
Speaks
right.
a lot of truth,
especially when it comes to Filipino parents. I mean, the thing is, since I'm half, it's like I'm a hybrid, so it's like I can go any way I kind of want. Like my dad. Actually, that's the difference. Is like they've actually supported me from kind of the beginning. With what I've been doing with filmmaking and stuff and moving down here to LA, and stuff like that. But a typical Filipino or Asian parents, that's what they would want you to do.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm happy they're not telling me go to medical, because I would not want to do that at all. I would not want to pursue being a lawyer, being in the medical field or anything like that.
They see your happiness, that's why.
Exactly.
Because that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's the passion in your eyes and in your heart.
Yeah.
They're not going to be parents that take that away from you. That's why they're not telling you to go to medical
school. No, that's facts.
That's not my parents.
I'm still telling you.
Because in high school, I was super into dance. I started as a dancer, was teaching, performing, doing battles, judging, emceeing, all 9 yards. And, but my parents were always like, okay, when you're going to get a normal job, when you're going to start focusing on your career, you're wasting all this time and energy in something else that's not even a future for you. So it's just like, okay, well, after I had my fun, then I started going to school, going to college, went to the medical field, which I still am at now. And, I put dance, in the back end, and I stopped and and then I met Corey through dance as well, and then he taught me videography and photography, and then we started bonding and really getting to know each other. And then that's when the chance of moving to LA, he brought it up to me, and I was like, man, I don't know if I want to take that risk, because that's a big, scary. And for the first time in my life, I had I was comfortable, I was, making good money in the medical field, and I was, doing, what I was supposed to be doing.
Right.
But I also looked at it as man, I didn't take that chance with dance. And I feel so guilty about it. I think, I really love doing photography and directing and things like that. And I really see myself doing that in the future. And I felt like this was my second chance to do what I really love to do. So, I took that leap of faith, and then now we're here, and now I'm in a much happier place. And, I'm still in the transition of moving out of the medical field to do what I really love to do. But, at the end of the day, you understand you got to pay bills. There's things
you can't
holding
let
you
that
back.
go, right?
Yeah, not yet. But I know that the 9 to 5 now is, my second goal.
Yeah.
It's in the back end, and my true passion and my priority is, my passion.
Yes, because you have to work your dance part-time to turn it into a full-time.
Right, exactly.
And I actually commend you for being able to juggle both, because people don't understand it's hard to follow your passion full-time. We do have bills to pay. We do have mortgages. We do have expenses. And that's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
So,
life.
but to not let that go and to give yourself a second chance to come back. And I know Filipinos dance great, because I actually, one of my favorite dancers is in the Philippines.
Okay.
So they're talented people,
they are.
and that's amazing. Don't let go of your talent. And I almost did the same thing recently.
Yeah.
I said, this is not working. I'm going to put this on the back end. I have to make money.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
everyone's trying to fit me in this little tiny box. And
Right.
now you have to do this, and you have to make this much, and blah, 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 blah. Forget about your music.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm starting to convince myself, maybe they're right.
Exactly.
Maybe
yeah,
I should let that go. Maybe that's not for me.
Right.
It's for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
But why not? Why is it not for me?
Exactly.
No, that is for me.
Right.
And people kept reminding me, hey, Karina, every time someone sees me, how's your music?
Yeah.
I'm like, if they only knew. They only knew how much I'm suffering and trying to make that a reality.
Yeah.
But I'm so focused on listening to what everyone else thinks I should do instead of listening to myself.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's something I'm grateful for my parents for, because they do support that.
Good, yeah.
They're the first ones that say, keep doing it.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh, my daughter does music. Here's her YouTube channel. My dad's great at that. He's like my number one marketer.
That's my dad too. No, honestly, my even my dad talks about the podcast to his coworkers and stuff like that. So it's dope when you do have like supportive parents and stuff.
It makes a big difference.
It does
because it means someone believes in you.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you believe in yourself enough
to
continue pursuing it? And then I kept putting age as a barrier and telling myself, oh, well, I'm getting older. But what was getting old was my attitude.
Yeah.
Right. And I had to stop.
Exactly.
There's no barrier.
I love the fact, though, that you do talk about, having your full 9 to 5, because a lot of people, especially on Instagram, it's a facade, and that's the thing, like a lot of people have a facade on social media. They don't like talking. They want to put on that, that facade, like, oh yeah, you're successful or what. Guys, in reality, we all have a 9 to 5.
Yes.
That's literally the thing, I mean, even for me, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've talked about this many times. I love my 9 to 5. I work for the Oscars, so it's I'm already working in the film industry, what I've been working hard to try to get into. And I'm not scared to talk about it, though. I love working in the film industry. I love working for the Oscars.
Is it really a 9 to 5 though?
It is like 9 to 5.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, are they hiring these assistants? Because I'm about to be jobless.
No, but honestly, like I said, it's still amazing. For people that can actually talk about their actual thing that they're going on, because like I said, social media, it's a facade.
Yeah.
It's a full-on facade with a lot of people that don't want to talk about their true, what they actually do.
Yeah.
And I understand, you are trying to put on a specific look for yourself, and you're trying to grow your brand. But it's
but be authentic.
Be authentic about
while
it.
You're doing
exactly.
It. And people like that. They gravitate to someone that is genuine and to someone that they can relate to. If no one can relate to me, that they're not going to support me. And that's why I feel like I do have the support that I do, because I'm very transparent.
You're 100%. Yeah. And that's why I said, that video, that reel, I keep going back to that reel, that was dope. Like I said, it's good putting yourself out there like that, saying, you do got a corporate job, but you're also working on your passion and what you love.
Right.
And that's the way to do it. So I applaud you for that. We gotta give you some applause for that, Okay, so, with your music, we're going back into a music video, so it's for Make Me. And I thought that was super vibey. It's definitely a lot of vibes in there. You had neon lights, you had pyrotechnics like it was Disneyland and stuff like that. We were part of a concert or something. Where did that whole concept and idea come from? And was that all from your head, or was it like the videographer, or how did that all plan out?
So it started with, I gotta be a badass. This song says, it has badass written all over it. How can I come off as a tough girl? I got it. I can do it. Women empowerment type of feel, right? Yeah. That's kind of like what I was going for. Right.
Yeah.
And then it starts with the collaboration. So I tell the videographer, hey, this is what I'm thinking. I want it to be tough and just visually pleasing to the eye, and just showcase my attitude even without singing. So we went on Peerspace, started looking at different locations where we could film at, and I was like, oh look, this it was in downtown LA, and it had like a shipping container. Little did I know I was going to be working in logistics a couple of years later, dealing with containers. So that's fitting. And we kind of just work with what the studio had.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have little different sets there, and then that's how we start creating. So we look at the space, and then we start playing around with, we can film inside the container. Okay, we can film on top of the container. Yeah. Oh, let's bring the lights to look so cool, because the studio is a little dark. And then I come up with the costumes. The hair, the makeup. I provide all of that.
Right.
The food too, because you got to feed the team.
Of course.
And feed yourself up. Feed the team. Yeah. And that's how we kind of go around it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's trial and error. Sometimes we'll try something new there.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, that didn't look good. Or, oh my God, that looks so dope. Let's do this again. Yeah. Let's do some B-roll for this one.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's fun. It's all a creative process. And, we don't have everything perfect. It was so hot in there.
Oh, yeah.
There was no AC. I didn't even have a fan. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, we were dying.
Yeah. Sometimes it's too hot, sometimes it's too cold.
We were dying.
Well, especially you got those pyrotechnics going on.
Hey, that was part of the studio. That was part of it.
Dang, that's crazy.
Can we use these? Or like, yeah, we just gotta watch you guys use them.
Yeah,
We're like, that's fine, watch it. And we just,
That's
came
dope.
up with.
Yeah, no,
it's fun.
honestly, yeah, I thought it was fire. Like,
Literally
I
fire.
was, literally fire. No, I was getting some Bad Blood vibes, Taylor Swift, like with all the fire going around and stuff like that. That was dope though, and I've never. I've seen pyrotechnics used in music videos here and there, like Lil Wayne and stuff like that. But seeing it used with your song, I was like, this shit is a vibe. It's fucking
It did
dope.
come out good,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, it did come out,
And
yeah.
I didn't know how it was going to look. I was like, well, let's try it. I'm always open to trying different things and seeing and creating good visuals. I'm a sucker for some good visuals.
Of course.
And I want it to look cinematic. That's my goal.
The neons were fire, though. Like, because I don't know if you noticed, but I fucking love working with neons.
We love neon.
RGBs and all that.
Yeah, you didn't notice.
Yeah, so I mean,
all
of
the
course.
blues.
That turned out fire. So I really loved it, and big
Thank
applause to you for
Yeah.
killing out on that video.
Yeah, speaking about music videos, I see you always incorporate, some form of dance, and me as a dancer, I seen you, especially in your music video, Ballerina.
I think it's Ballerina, right?
Ballerina.
Okay, see?
Ballerina.
There you go.
Okay. I seen some.
There you go.
Anyways, I seen some body rolls. Maybe a hint of salsa or bachata. Have you taken any dance classes before? And is there a certain style of dance you want to learn from the most?
So this is one thing I'm grateful for growing up with Spanish music and Arabic music, because in our family parties we have Arabic music going on, we have merengue going on, we got salsa, we got some dubki, which is our Arabic line dance. So I grew up dancing all the time with them.
Really?
So that's where I picked up all the dancing from. And then I've always just had a little gift for belly dancing. And I used to teach it.
Nice.
Actually choreograph belly dancing. I do love it. I didn't ever have the opportunity to take classes for it. What I would like to do though is take more hip hop classes. So that's where I need you.
Hey,
there we go.
So wait, did you use YouTube University though for the belly dancing and stuff?
No, that was before my time, guys. I'm kind of old. So we didn't really have internet back in the day or really phones, So I just grew up watching Shakira.
Oh, okay, yeah, Shakira.
She was my inspiration.
I mean, that's still kind of YouTube University if you watch it on YouTube.
On it or MTV.
MTV.
So that's where I kind of I'm kind of good at this, and then that's how I would just practice in front of a mirror and then practice as much as I can, and
self-taught.
It is
Self-taught,
but
that's crazy.
It's fun. I love dance. Is an expression that it's energy that you're releasing, and I dance a lot at the gym.
Okay.
That's where I practice.
That's where you practice, or in the shower.
Don't know, like, hey, Karina, did you come? Yeah, like, did you come to dance? I'm like, yeah, I did. No, we don't want no accidents in the shower.
Yeah, you don't want no accidents in the shower for sure.
I'll be dancing in the shower, but no legs. Just all awkward.
You're just doing body rolls and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I just make it up as I go most of the time, but I would love to take some lessons.
Okay, dope. Did you ever think about incorporating dancers in your music videos?
Yes. So actually we done the cringe video you mentioned.
Oh yeah. That was.
So my friends participated in that one, and that was fun. That was fun. Yeah. After that, I haven't had any dancers, but the song that I have coming out this summer, hopefully. I do want dancers because it's the pop EDM.
Oh, okay.
And I can just visualize an entire dance scene in the video.
That'll be dope.
I think we talked about that one, right?
Yes,
okay,
we did.
Let us know, because I love directing dancers as well. Like it's fun.
Yeah, that's
great.
more.
This is
more of his
amazing.
thing is because I'm not a dancer, and we did have a music video where we featured dancers, and he did his thing with directing the dancers. I have no idea about dancing, so it's good having
Great teamwork.
It's good having somebody that actually knows how to dance but also direct them and kind of what to do. So
choreography is hard.
No, it is.
Freestyling is easier. But,
and sometimes it doesn't correlate well with the angle too. So you kind of have to know a little bit of both, to incorporate, a little bit.
That's a gift.
To keep in mind. Yeah,
we
and also
get
positioning.
We gotta get you to do some of the big music videos. Let's
go.
Dancing is an important piece of
it is.
Of shooting.
No, it's helped me so much, even like with photography and stuff like that, positioning the models, telling them how to position their head, their chin, the facial expressions. There's so much like details that a normal person doesn't really think about.
Do you dance for Instagram? Sorry, I know this is for me, but I'm gonna ask you because I'm always curious to learn.
You're interviewing me now.
Yeah. Do you ever post on Instagram?
Just like on my stories, but I haven't danced in so long. Sometimes I just freestyle. I'm more of a freestyler. I've done battles and competitions and things like that.
You don't lose that.
Yeah.
You shy? That's
you
what
just
it
like
is.
just little.
He's extroverted.
No, introverted.
Or introverted.
Yeah. I am an introverted person, but when I dance, it just takes over. But I just haven't done it in a long time. I want to take more classes.
Perfect place.
Yeah,
you're
I know.
in LA.
I know.
Yeah. I love some of the dancers. I follow them on Instagram, Slavic, Geneva, and they're always dancing out in Hollywood. And
I always see them at Universal. Like we'll be at Universal.
I'll be at Universal tomorrow.
Oh, you are?
I have a big old crush on.
Let's go.
Slavic, yeah. I mean, like he's.
Yeah.
You might see him there. I mean, he's always in like City Walk. Like
I was joking, Corey. I'm not really going to.
Oh, you're not. Oh.
I'm saying now I know where he goes dance at.
Okay.
Well, now you know. Now you know. Yeah, but he's literally always there. Like we've been there a couple. We saw him together before, and then when me and Rachel go there, like he'll end up just. They're all filming there. I forget what the other guy's name is.
B-Dash.
B-Dash.
Yeah,
B-Dash. Yeah, they always end up.
They're all crumpers. It's crazy because I've watched them grow. Like when they're even like nobodies, pretty much like with barely any followers, and I just seen them like from afar just grow. And I've been watching all these studios in LA, and it just watching everybody from teenagers just
it's amazing
rise. Yeah, it's crazy.
You have to do that.
Yeah,
you do.
I have to.
I'm gonna promote you.
Thank you. I actually want to get into more like filming dancers because I think there's not
I think that
enough
works
out there
for you.
yet.
Like I think that works a lot more for you. Like with your because he's starting to get into his videography side,
videography.
and so I think. Doing a lot of dance videos would definitely,
Exactly,
If
especially
you're
with
looking
reels
for a
and
partner, look no further. Dance together.
Let's go. That'll be fun. Yeah,
I will come out here. I love dance so much.
Yeah,
it's fun. Yeah, we got to get together sometime. Do a dance class. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, but
I've been to play once.
Oh, you went to play?
Oh my God, that was so intimidating.
Didn't you?
No, I went to Snow Globe, but I want to go to Playground because Playground is like right here in Melrose.
Playground,
yeah, Playground LA. And they have a lot of like, I need to start taking beginner classes because even though I know how to do intermediate moves, I was never raised in a dance studio. So learning in such a short period of time is like hard for me. Like I can't catch on. It's so fast.
Even beginners are like, this is not beginners.
Right, exactly.
this is a lot harder than beginners.
And especially me coming from a freestyle background, like learning choreo is different than like teaching choreo. It is.
It's a lot tougher. Freestyling, it comes from your heart, from your spirit. You're not really having to follow any kind of move or strict move. But I think it's great.
No, it is great, and it's fun. But when you have a lot of experience, you're trying to like perfect to look exactly like them, and it's like, damn, you just overthink it.
You're
sometimes.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
So in your music video, Ballerina, was that all freestyle or did
that was all freestyle?
Was it? Okay.
I wasn't even planning on dancing.
You weren't?
No. And my friend Juan was like, "No, dance. Can you just do little twirls or something?" I'm like,
some body
okay,
rolls.
fine.
Okay.
I didn't come dressed for that, but which makes sense. The song is called Bailarina. It's a dancer, and the song is talking about since I was young, I've always wanted to dance and be filmed.
Right.
So like, it only makes sense, Karina. Right? So I was like, okay, I'll do a little twirls.
It looks natural though.
Yeah, it looks
It looks natural to me. It doesn't look like you were like freestyling or anything. That's why I wanted to ask if you were
great.
freestyling
That's good.
See,
or choreographing.
You got it in you.
Yeah.
You just
Got
don't know it.
the same moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back into your YouTube, I saw that you made a motivational video back in 2020 where you tell viewers to let go of the noise of like everyday life and to really focus on what they love in order to push them towards happiness. And as I was listening, I was I couldn't help but think that not only were you speaking to the viewers, but you were also like kind of speaking to yourself in a way. Was there ever a big turning point in your life that inspired you to like kind of make that video?
Yeah, so I had just started music, to get into music. And I felt like a lot of people like myself thought they couldn't explore something that they loved because they're stuck in the 9 to 5, the paying the bills. And
that's me.
right? And watching everyone else's life and saying, oh, I wish that could be me. That can't be me.
Right.
There's so much noise in my life now that I'm ignoring what it is that my heart's calling to. So I think that video is just to show people, hey, I understand.
Right.
Me too. But
Exactly.
you can.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of changing your perspective and
Right.
and dedicating some time out of your day to follow your craft and follow your heart and say, hey, you know what? I might not be an expert yet. I will be one day. But if I do an hour of this a week, if I do an hour of that a week, if I start learning something here, you don't really understand how good you can get at something with how much you practice, right? With the whole teaching him how to do videography or you don't know how good you are until you actually do it.
Right.
And I think we use excuses on ourselves to stop us from moving forward.
Yeah.
We say, no, I have to work though.
Exactly.
Oh, but I have to go to the gym. Oh, but I have to sleep. Oh, we start making all these excuses that stop us from being our authentic self.
Yeah.
But sometimes the noise in your head gets so loud that you can't ignore what you want to do anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, it was important. Even for me, like, back home, I was, also making excuses for myself, to work on the things that I really love because, I was working 9 to 5. You get tired when you come home, you just want to be at home, just chilling and things like that. But the perspective really changed when, we moved down here because now we moved out here with a purpose. Now when I clock out at 5, I need to do something to, have towards that goal, to push towards and to work towards. So after 5, I'm literally like, either at the gym, working on myself or, I come home and I work on the podcast, I'm editing something. So really you're working 9 to 5 and then 5 to 10 or 5 to 12, because you realize that you're wasting so much time. And now that you have a purpose and now, you really shifting the gears and prioritizing your passion over your 9 to 5. Now the real work happens after 5 in order to make that full time. Yeah.
And that's a great point too. Cause after that video, I had lost my job shortly after and it was part of because of that video, that they think, oh, you have other priorities. Well, corporate doesn't own anybody.
Right.
What you decide to do after 5 is your own choice.
Exactly.
Do something that corporate can't take away from you. And that's why I tell people, have something that's yours. It's your identity. It's your craft. That's what the video is called. Thank you for reminding me too. Yeah, your craft in your life. And that's what pushed me even more to say, all right, well, since you're noticing that I'm doing something different outside of your company, I'm going to keep doing what's different and what makes me happy. And that's great. I love that you reminded me of that. I almost forgot about that.
You need to make a new one.
So wait, you're saying the company had seen that video?
They did.
That's crazy.
And they use it as an excuse to let me go.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, they did. They said, you looks like you have things that you're doing outside of work and you might be using company time for this. And
that's like some kind of discrimination right there.
Yeah, it was bad because I was like, what do you mean? I'm in the office.
Yeah,
I'm in the office this time to this time. What do you mean I'm using company time to do what I choose to do outside of this work?
Like, honestly, I mean, kind of like you said, you do got to work your 9 to 5 and then after that, it's like you got whatever else you need to work on. I mean, and that's kind of fucked up that they would even, first of all, how did they find that video?
Right. They must have been stalking you.
Yeah,
they must have been, tabs, do they follow you?
There's a lawsuit.
Really?
I'll just say that much. There's a lawsuit on, there's a lot of bad crap.
Yeah, because that's fucking discrimination. Yeah. Like, honestly, and you're doing shit outside of work. Like, you're not doing it all during your work hours or anything.
And that was great. I made that company money.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they were trying to do or what their problem was. I mean, I have a great idea.
Yeah. Sounds more personal.
It was definitely a lot more personal. Yeah. So, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing it. Right, noticed me? Great. Keep noticing. Keep watching on the sidelines. Exactly. And I knew that the same boss of mine was putting like hate comments on my YouTube, like, oh, you suck, your voice is auto-tuned, you're never gonna make it. It was like a John Doe. I'm like, I know this is you. You must be really bored with your life to keep stalking mine and tell me what I can or cannot do.
Wow.
So to people that do get those kind of comments on their social media or anything, delete them. Don't even entertain it. Don't, just delete it. don't give it energy, because your energy is beautiful. It's worth it. You do what makes you happy.
Yeah, but that's also dope that you use that, you know, to fuel your creativity, to fuel your passion, you know, and you didn't let that stop you. And I think that's what a lot of people should really look at, because, you know, social media can be very depressing about like how you know the outside world views you, and some people do take it really, you know, really personal, because it's so, what they create is so intimate, and, you know, they're so passionate about it. It's close to their heart, so when they release it, it's like they're showing a little bit, they feel vulnerable because they're showing a little bit of themselves, you know.
Exactly. It's hard. It's hard to step out of your zone and say, and I'm gonna try this. Even me, I couldn't stand the way I sang for a long time. I hated my voice. It's like, I'm not good enough for this. I'm not the singer of the family. Yeah, I dance, but that's it. Like, I don't have the talent for this. But those are lies that you tell yourself. Those are negative, very negative thoughts. But when you start changing the way you talk to yourself, like, I would never talk to Corey like that, or you like that, and say, well, you're not great at film, or you're not great at podcasting, you're not great. I would never talk to you like that. Why am I talking to myself that way? Right. That's what everyone else is trying to tell me. Or so you do have to separate yourself from the rest of the world and say, I can do it just for me. Right. I don't care who's watching. I don't care who supports. I care, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's my life.
You're doing it for yourself.
You know how you know you're an amazing artist is when a lot of people hear your music. I was vibing with your music, and Rachel hears it. She's like, who is that? I was like, oh, that's Karina, who we're bringing. She's like, wow, she's really good.
Thank you, girl.
So you got a fan out here, you know. So,
I'm glad.
Yeah. So
because sometimes I'm like, ugh, I listen to like We Done or Ain't On My Level, and I'm like, God, I wish I can record those again. Those are awful. So it's nice that people support it.
Exactly.
And they like it.
Yeah. So you already know you're doing it right, especially when, you know, people that have never heard your music like her, and, you know, she was like, wow, it's really good.
I love that. Thank you.
You know, so you already know you're doing it right. So you just got to keep going with it.
And like, you never know who's gonna be inspired by it, you know.
Exactly.
See?
You got to be your biggest fan.
Yeah.
I'm learning
100%.
that. And Jay here, we always talk about music and doing what we love, and here's another example of corporate again, you know, taking what we've worked so hard at and pulling the rug under our feet. Well, what do we have for ourselves? What are we doing for our growth? Because I'm sick of this whole thing happening over and over 100%. Again. Start over, interview, another job. You know, start again, year, interview again, another job. You know, it's exhausting.
100%.
Cycle. So,
and then you start losing yourself, because you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I meant to do?
Right.
That's why exploring something that speaks to your heart is so important to explore. And don't worry about the how. Just worry about the why and starting. Because the hardest thing in the world to do is to start.
Facts. Right. You're gonna get to where you want to, because I don't want to talk about it too long, but, you know, like, moving down to LA and pursuing my career in the film industry was a goal for years. You know, like, after I had I was attending film school in Seattle, because we're originally from Seattle. So I was attending film school for like 2 years. And then at that point, that's where I was like, you know, I got accepted into the LA film school. And the good thing about it was they had their online course and then their, you know, on campus. Of course, I couldn't just move out here and go to school.
Right,
I had
it's
a full-time,
expensive.
I had a full-time job that, you know, was paying me well, and I had to attend to pay bills and stuff, you know. So of course, you know, going to school full-time and then going to work full-time, it sucked. But it was like, you know, I kept telling myself, you know, I'm gonna fucking move to LA eventually, you know. So every year since I attended film school, 2015 was when I first got accepted into LA Film, and then I graduated 2019, literally right before the pandemic, and
right on time.
So I kept telling myself, you know what, every year from 2015, so 2016 I tried to move out here, and it didn't work. 2017, I tried again, didn't work. 2018, still didn't work. And I tried every single time, but 2019, literally after finishing school, I kept grinding it out, trying to push out work and, you know, applying and stuff. And, you know, and eventually I finally got noticed with my work. You know, somebody wanted to actually hire me for my work.
And that speaks volumes.
Yeah, and that's why I said, you know, like, you just got to keep grinding it out, keep going with it, you know, especially, of course, like we had talked about, we all have 9-to-5s, but you're also working that side gig, your actual passion that you want to get into. Keep working on that fucking shit once you get in, like once you keep that going, keep pushing that out, it's gonna take you somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and that's pretty much what we're, you know, the point that we always try to get here on the artistry drop is keep grinding. Like don't stop working. You know, because
anything is possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. You know, it's gonna take, your artistry is gonna take you somewhere, and that's why we love talking to, you know, to other artists here on the artistry drop, is because, you know, there are some people out there that have doubts. They have doubts. They have, you know,
I do every day.
Yeah, you know, there's negative thoughts out there, but you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It will take you somewhere eventually, as long as you keep grinding it out. I didn't think I was gonna get out here to LA. You know, every time I kept trying every year, and I was like, this shit is not gonna fucking work. But I kept trying.
It wasn't your time.
You know? Yeah,
that's what that meant. It just wasn't your time.
It wasn't, and that's the thing. You know, your time will come eventually. Just keep working, keep grinding, and you will get to.
And
where
you know
you
why?
Yeah.
Do you know the biggest room in the world is? Do you know what that is?
What?
Tell us.
The room for improvement.
Nice.
So you don't ever want to stop, right? Keep improving.
Yeah,
Trust me. You can ask my friend Jay. There's times where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I want to give up.
And you can't think like that.
No,
That's
it's
the thing.
hard, but it's normal. I want everyone to know that that's normal. To feel defeated and to feel like you're exhausted, you don't want to continue, and you don't know how, and you don't have any support.
Yeah.
And I'll share a little story too. I reached out to my friend that I went to college with, Marshmallow's manager.
Yeah.
And I asked for help. I don't know how many times. You know what the answer was?
What?
No.
Just keep putting music out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, great advice.
That is,
great advice, because I was already doing that.
Right.
But it wasn't. You know, I was like, okay, if that person doesn't want to help me out and help me succeed or help me grow, and I asked, like, hey, just let me be a fly on the wall. Let me just come and see how you guys work, or what, you know, how you manage different artists. Shadow. I think that's the best way, is getting coached and shadowing. Not even that. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
He's one person.
Exactly.
I'm one person too, but I'm one person that's going to keep going.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I stress on the whole independent part. Like, do as much as you can on your own until somebody comes along that says, man, I see the talent. And I see where you want to go. I know how to get there.
Yeah.
Let me help you get there.
But also too, like, I think everyone has their own path, and it's easy to compare yourself to another person's path, you know, just because, you know, your friend, you know, who's now manager to Marshmallow, who's, you know, somewhat made it more successful in a shorter time, you know, that was his path. But who's to say that you won't be at a higher level a year from now, or 2 years from
who
now?
knows?
You never know. And as long as you just keep going, you know, you will write your own path. And, you know, it's easy to compare yourself to another person's path and, you know, have your own doubts. Man, that could have been me, you know, if I should have done X, Y, and Z, you know, I would have been here. Man, maybe I'm not good enough, you know, but you really just believing in yourself and just having that positivity that things will work out, and it does when you start changing your mind like that.
Exactly.
Doors start to open, and it just unfolds itself.
Right, because I could have said, oh, no one wants to help me.
Right.
I quit.
Exactly.
Eventually, he's gonna come to you now.
Right.
Could very well.
Can I manage you?
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy is that I've always, like you guys said, you hit it. I care a lot. I love people. I want to help. I want to be able, even if I can't help you, if I can connect you to someone that can, I will.
Yeah.
Because I feel good doing that. I want to do a good deed. I want to pay it forward. I want to see people do what they love. Because you're not in competition with anyone but yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're right. You're just working on getting better yourself. I'm not in competition with Marshmallow or his manager. You know, I'm not doing it because I want to become rich. No. If that's the case, let me stay with corporate and go, you know, get another job that pays 6 figures.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing something, when you do something from your heart, the money will come.
Exactly.
The fame or whatever that you want will come with it. But,
Exactly.
you know, I do tell people, just, you know, be mindful, help people out. If someone reaches out, support. It's okay.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
100%.
It's good to do that. It feels good to do that. Good karma will come back to you.
It does,
and I'm not mad at him that he's where he's at. He's at the top. He's only got time for the little fish.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I am. I'm the little fish that needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm going to, you know, continue grinding and continue doing it and continue having friends like Jay that support me and say, you're dope as heck. Don't stop. Because that's what you need. Surround yourself by people that believe in you.
You do.
You don't
100%.
believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
Major facts.
That's dope.
You know what? Moving forward, we're almost done with our podcast, but moving forward, of course, we want to talk about what's going on with the future for your music. Like, what can we expect next? Are you working on an EP, album, and where do you hope to take the music next? Like for TV, movie placements, where are you trying to go?
So right now I'm still dropping singles.
Mm-hmm.
And,
which is a good idea.
Yeah, until I feel like the best time to drop an EP is when you really do have a solid fan base and a solid foundation on YouTube, because having subscribers is great. Like having 3,000 or having more than that, it's helpful to your growth.
Yeah.
So when someone's expecting an EP, that's the best time to do it, because now you have an audience that's waiting for an album. In the meantime, if you're a smaller artist like myself, it's good to keep dropping singles.
Facts.
And then you can keep building to your catalog. And I got that advice from a good producer that I'm working with now.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I'm still dropping singles, but I am helping other artists write as well. Or do background vocals. If they want me at the studio, they'll invite me. And it's nice because then that helps me practice, because I'm still trying to work on my songwriting skills. I'm still new.
Right.
So that's what I have a mic at home. I have a setup, and I practice and practice and practice and so on until I can continue building my catalog. But I still reach out for help myself. But I'm going to do pop, EDM. I'm starting to get into deep house music, and we'll see. I really want to do something like really Arabian.
Oh,
I'm going to Egypt this month too. So I'm like, if I'm there, I'm going to get inspired for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to do something unique in that world.
Yeah, I can see that being super dope.
Yeah,
and maybe incorporating like, you know, the pop and is that what you would want to try? Like, I know you said super Arabian, but it's like, are you willing to collaborate like different sounds and pull things together?
Yes, because I still wanted to reach multiple parts of the world. If it's super Arabian, it won't. It'll stick to that side of the pond. And I definitely wanted to still reach people here, because at the end of the day, I was born and raised in America, and I want to represent still where I'm from. Plus it's different. Look what Nancy Ajram and Marshmello did. It's a blend of both
worlds.
Both worlds. So I want to continue doing that.
But you know what, I definitely think Arabian music is going to come up. I forget what the film is, but they won an Oscar, and I think the movie or the film was called RR or something like that. And they had a lot of Arabian music, a lot of dancing going on, and they won an Oscar. Wow. And that's the way. I like I said, I gotta recheck if it's called RR. I think it is called RR, but they won an Oscar for a lot of the music and stuff going on there. So you already know it's going to start popping off out here. So it's a good idea that
you jump on that train.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely got to hop on that train because it's fresh.
Early,
It's fresh, and I think this is one of the first like Arabian or Arabic films that have won an Oscar. So you already know it's going to keep going, and from there on out, so definitely, do what you can and hop on that train.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
The wheels are turning in my head now.
Nice. You got to keep it going.
You're going to be in Egypt riding. Next to the pyramids.
Hey guys, I extended my trip. I'm going to be here for another month.
No, do it.
It's a song, okay?
Do it, because like I said, the fact that they won an Oscar, you already know it's going to take off.
Yeah, you'll have to share with me the film.
Yeah, I got it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. I think it's RR. I'll double check what it is, but yeah, they won an Oscar, and that's super dope. It's so dope seeing different, different cultures, winning an Oscar. Oscar, it's huge.
It's big.
You got Everything Everywhere.
Oh my gosh,
they just won an Oscar, pretty much almost an all Asian cast. And like I said, RR, they won an Oscar. So it's like they're coming up. They're coming up. So like I said, you got to utilize that time while it's popping.
And like you said, having placements too, because I can use that and to get it placed in TV or in movies or you never know. You never know.
Yeah. You just never know where it's gonna go.
I've got a lot of work to do. I gotta go, guys.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it though. Yeah. All right. So we're coming to the end of our podcast, and of course, we kind of been already talking about a lot of inspirational shit here, and this is what Artistry Drop is all about. So we want to give you the chance to give some advice to the next up-and-coming singer-songwriter on how they can accomplish their goals and dreams as well.
So my biggest advice would be to make connections. Don't be afraid to reach out to people on Instagram. You can actually, if you have a favorite song or favorite artist, on Spotify, there's a section that has credits. And I would actually find people that way. I would go and look at the song credits, who was a part of the and go follow them on Instagram, on TikTok, and I would reach out. And some people would reply, some wouldn't, but that's how I met the producer overseas. That's why we have a song together. You know, I had stumbled upon him on Instagram, and you know, we're working on another song right now, and he works with big labels, and he's great. And all we do is, you know, we're far apart. So I record stuff at home, send it to him. He gets it mixed and mastered, and bam, there you go. But that's what you have to do. You have to reach out. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You're gonna get some dead ends, and that's fine. It's okay. But the more you start networking, the more you'll start getting invited to different events. You guys came across me, or I came across you from mutual friends or mutual connections on Instagram. That's what's nice. So that's the first thing to do. And then start going on YouTube and how do you produce a beat? How do you produce a song? What are melodies? What are stems? And start plugging in, and whoever would like to ever come to a studio session with me and be there and just listen, hey, they're more than welcome to reach out to me as well, and I'll be more than happy to bring them on board. But network like
there you go. Network 100%. Where can people or where can our viewers find you on social media?
So I'm mostly prominent on Instagram. So at Karina_Naim is where they can find me.
And of course, guys, we're going to link all her social media in the description box below. But Karina, once again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
This was super dope. You know, it was
super
definitely
inspirational.
Yeah, super inspirational. We had a lot of super inspirational talks here, and I love it. You know,
thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you once again. Guys, we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, it's Artist You Drop. If you're not following us on Instagram, you can find us at the Artist You Drop. And if you prefer just listening, you can stream all our episodes on all major podcast platforms. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.